Okay, good morning, Coach. Aside from the obvious that you announced yesterday with Alex Formanton coming into the lineup, are there any other changes this evening?
Obviously, Austin Watson's out. He'll be out, 4 to 6 weeks. So that's a big loss for us. Everything else will stay the same. No Formie will come in for him.
Is Watson a broken hand, Coach? Is that safe to assume?
Yeah, I don't know the exact specifics, hand, thumb,
Okay.
exact, but yeah, he's out.
No changes on defense then, I assume?
No, everything stays the same.
Okay, what do you expect here tonight, Coach, from a Calgary team that obviously is still in a playoff hunt?
Well, you're going to see a desperate team. You're going to see them. I mean, they played hard the other night. I mean, I think you're going to see the same game. I think you'll probably see the same game from Calgary for the remaining 22 or 22 or 23 games, whatever they have left. I don't think you're going to see their team change much. You're not going to get a lot of opportunities. So when you do, make them count. And we got to keep them off our net and limit them to, not a lot.
What else has to be done for your team to have more possession time in the O-zone?
Well, we got to be able to break out better. But if you win the face-off, you start with the puck. That'll help. If you get beat up in the circle, they're starting with the puck all night. So, and then they dictate the shift. So we got to make better plays with the puck. And when we're in the O-zone, we got to try and hang on to it longer.
Bruce Garriock, Post Media.
Hey, DJ, I got a couple things for you. Just what have you liked about Mike Reilly's game this season?
You know what, I think when he came into the league in Minnesota, was well known. He was a power play guy, an offensive guy. Then he moved over to Montreal where he was kind of stuck, behind some guys there, maybe didn't play great. Then he got an opportunity here, and he did some good things on the power play. When he came here, he got us sparked. But with the young guys, with Brandstrom and Melanin, those guys getting power play time, we asked him to really dig into the defensive side. And that's what he's done. Now he's killing penalties, which he didn't do before. He's blocking shots. He's defending way harder, as well as able to break out and skate the puck up. So he's really rounded his game out nicely, and now he's got to prove that he can do it every day.
Just on Austin Watson, Coach, is he going to require surgery? And I was just looking at it, kind of his numbers yesterday, 100 hits, leads forwards in the league in block shots. And this is a guy who plays 12 minutes a night, He
gives you absolutely everything that he can for 12 minutes. And when you talk about a guy that's coming in to help your culture, I don't know if Pierre could have brought a more perfect guy, for that situation. He's selfless. He shows you how it should be done. He's played in the Stanley Cup final. He's been around the league. He's been up and down, on and off the ice. He's experienced it all. And he was, to me, an absolute perfect guy to bring into our group and show you just how hard you have to play if you play 12 minutes.
Kyle Bukoskis, Sportsnet.
It's just following up on that a little bit, DJ. Just wondering how you go about handling your PK assignments, because it seemed like for the last while he was always the first guy over the boards in those situations.
Well, for sure. Him and Nick Paul really steadied the penalty kill for us, and they've made it hard on a lot of teams and really done a nice job. So we look at Alex Formanton to get some minutes. We look at Clark Bishop to get some minutes, and possibly try and Colin White, Norris, a little trial by fire, and see who picks it up and who does well with it.
Thank you.
We'll go to Mark Broussard at Ledouis.
Coach, after these 3 games, now your schedule is kind of up in the air with Montreal situation. No game Sunday, game on Tuesday, maybe up in the air. How do you go about your schedule after these 2 days?
All we can do is just wait on the league and be ready. And the more practice time, the better for our group. The more they have an opportunity to grow together. So whenever they tell us to play, we'll be ready. If we got to play whatever in a row, we'll play it. These kids are excited to play, and we'll play hard.
Final one this morning is from Josh Clipperton at Canadian Press.
Hey, DJ, just following up on that, I mean, obviously it's going to impact your schedule, but what's your biggest takeaway from the Canadians and the COVID protocol situation? The North Division's kind of become unscathed a little bit, had been unscathed, pardon me, until now. And, is this just another reminder of how invasive this virus is and how we always have to be on the ball?
Well, for sure. The NHL's done such a good job in the teams and having guys, being aware of where, not going out and, staying in our bubble. And it's unfortunate that, it's snuck in, but, to say at this point that, and hopefully that's it for the Canadian division, but to say that, up to this point, we've really had no issues, haven't missed any games. I think the NHL's done an exceptional job of continuing on with this schedule.
And I'm not sure if you caught Tim Peel's comments on the ice last night in Nashville, Detroit, but the NHL's just said that he's reffed his last game. You've been in this game a long time as a player coach. Is game management when it comes to penalties just a reality, or what's your thought on how that part of the game plays out on every night?
Well, I think all of us, players, coaches, everyone's emotional, and you want to win the game so bad that sometimes, you look at a penalty and you don't think it's a penalty, but you're looking through your own glasses. The other coaches, thinks it's a penalty. So the refs have a really tough job, and they're trying to call what's there. They can't see everything. They don't have the advantage of looking at it on replay like we do, and look down at my feet and see maybe it's not a high stick. So, it's a tough job, and they're professionals. I was in junior for 13 years. The refereeing in the NHL is the best of the best. And, they do their best to get the best guys here. And for me, the refereeing's been fair all year.